What's your point of view on the Nephilim? Do you think that they are still around today? I know the Bible says that they will be here now and after that, in terms of before and after the flood. What's your view on the Nephilim?
Sure. I take a little different view that this historically has been the view that seems to be in most pagan literature and also even in the Talmud and in Christian literature, including the Book of Enoch, which I think is an absolute piece of junk. Hate that book with a lot of passion, and its reason is because, well, I'll get to your answer in just a second. I just want to touch base with the Book of Enoch. First off, nobody really has talked about that book ever since I was a kid. Nobody. I mean, just since in the last 3 years since TikTok took off, it seems like people are becoming aware of that book. And I have some disparaging things to say about it. And it's so interesting how so many Christians or so-called Christians defend that book as if it's on their bookshelf and it's one of their favorite books. And I'm like going, where did all this interest and recognition all of a sudden come from on this apocryphal, not even apocryphal book? It's a, what do they call it? A pseudo pictograph or whatever it's called. Anyway, they had that idea that angels. Now here's what in the Book of Enoch, angels, good angels. Now you understand there was a war in heaven. 1/3 of the angels fell. Then they came to earth. Life on earth was created. Adam and Eve were subject to Lucifer's or Satan's temptation, fell, and then so goes the process of salvation, for the next 6,000 years. In the Book of Enoch, and I always say Enoch, and everybody gets on me for that. My wife says, you can go ahead and call it Book of Enoch. Good angels, 200 of them, are looking down from heaven that have absolutely no carnal nature, just the opposite, and are then going to leave the realm after the war in heaven, after 1/3 of their friends decided to go and their fate is sealed. After that tearing apart and war that took place, they're going to look at human women and go, boy, I think I'd like to have relations with them. First off, the question is, can they even do that? The second question is, what are good angels doing looking at the human fallen women and saying, I think I want to go down and have relations with them? Let me continue. And so let's just say that's true. They do. It says in the Bible, if you follow this theory, that they became husbands. So that they go off to work, come back and say, oh, how's our little giant baby doing? Oh, he's getting into all sorts of nonsense, honey. According to the Book of Enoch, they grew so high, 450 feet, and they started to eat everything and everyone. And they had to put an end to that. And so if these things, these Nephilim, are hybrids, as we're led to believe, how many of them were there? Have then children with other hybrids? It gets really weird.